The Ascaso Duo that I've had for a couple of years now is finally being replaced. I don't even have the steam handle on the side. This is like the V1 Ascaso Duo. I am so thrilled for this new machine. This is the ultimate, for me, dream setup. I have a white kitchen. I've always gone the route of black devices and matte black everything, but you can kind of tell with my outfit, right? This time, I decided to go for a different color. Oh, goodness. Good thing I've been working out. Ugh. Oh, goodness. This is probably like, I'm not even kidding, like 100 pounds probably. So let's take this off. This is a real-time unboxing. I want you guys to experience what I get to experience. So it's a white machine. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. This is neat. Look at that. For coffee lovers. You know what? I just took that out and I'm like, when I lift this machine out, first things first, let's go ahead and drop this down. See if my squats have been working well. And they have. Oh, goodness. Let's go ahead and get this guy out. So, nice cushion. Protected on all sides, so that's amazing. Cushion on the top, cushion on the sides. Cushion is everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and grab this guy. Oh man, it's a chunky boy. Oh goodness gracious. Oh. Goodness, whew. It's a chunky boy. Perfect. Let's put this over here. Oh yeah. Now, Ascaso was not playing when they secured this machine. I mean, there's wrapping everywhere, cushion everywhere, stickers on the outside that says do not double stack, don't stack anything on top of it. And not only that, but they just really ensure that everything comes the way it would if you were getting it right off the assembly line. So what I'm doing now is I'm really just trying to work this plastic off. I mean, this stainless steel is brand new. No scuffs, no scratches, nothing. I don't see anything. No dents, dings. They really know how to package these things. And shout out to Espresso Parts for really, again, along with Ascaso USA, making sure the packaging on this item is bar none. All right, so with this machine, you do need a 20 amp circuit and breaker. So make sure you, if you don't have them, install them. And it costs like maybe $5 or $10 to buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store. Let me show you what they look like compared to your regular outlet. This is a regular outlet, right? 2 parallel or horizontal or vertical prongs, however you look at it. But when you look at the 20 amp, it's gonna be 1 vertical and 1 horizontal. And this is how the plug looks. And this is hooked up, so let's turn it on. Didn't work. Oh, that's because that's not the power button. So that's the power button. Oh, yes, sir. So now that the Ascaso Baby T is on, loving this drip tray. Oh man, that's like a grill grate. It just comes right out. All right. Oh, that sits in there very flushly. That's perfect. Can't even move this around. That's awesome. So let me go get that other box. This box is not that heavy, but what I want to say is this is how Espresso Parts just really packages their stuff. See that? Let me get my head close. Do not stack. Nothing was ever on top of this, so I don't have to worry about claims or damages or anything like that nature unless somebody just dropped it. Just like before, set this on the ground. This is like Christmas morning. Packaging for days. Got my new pitcher. Definitely need that. I need to do some more preacher curls. The AllGround Sense grinder, which weighs as it doses. I'm so thrilled for this because I've just been doing time-based dosing with the Eureka Oro XL. So this grinder is probably about 17 to 18 inches tall. Most counter height, or most cabinets that you put above counter height, normal counter height, is going to be probably from the top of the counter to the bottom of the cabinet, right around 18 to 19 and a half inches. So you want to make sure that if you get this grinder or any grinder with a tall hopper or a tall body, that you can fit it underneath your cabinets. So I did do measuring. This should fit underneath my cabinets, but we're going to find out today live. Look at that. That is nice. So all white setup now. Went from the black setup to the all white setup. This is heavy, goodness. It's looking a little tight. Once I put that hopper on, might not clear, but let's find out. Hopper's looking a little tall. So here's a hopper. Let's make sure we find the locating pin or screw. Let's bring this out. And doesn't clear it, which is okay. So you'll realize I cannot slide it back. I can slide it back without the lid. See, goes right under. But then I won't have fresh beans every single day. I mean, you know, I can't leave the hopper open. So let's go ahead and pull this a little bit more forward. Put the lid back on just so we can see. Here's the other test. You need to make sure that you can open your cabinets. Cabinet clears it perfectly. So the beans that I'm excited to try, which I've already been trying this week, is the Kiowa blend from Charleston Organics. Excuse me. The organic Kiowa blend from Charleston Coffee Roasters. So they're located in Charleston, obviously. But what I love about this brand is they're actually saving sea turtles, and they partner with the South Carolina Aquarium, and they're really just putting their money where their mouth is by doing some conservation efforts. So I like to support good causes, fair trade coffee, good stuff. Everybody's getting paid a fair wage, and they're saving animals. So love that. All right, so this is where the Portafilter fork goes. So we need to unscrew that. All right, so I figured it out. I actually had the forks upside down, so I just turned them around so that they lift up the portafilter when you insert it and weigh the grinds as it's dosing. All right, another thing, just like I was saying how you want to make sure that your hopper and your grinder clear the cabinets and them opening, you want to make sure that this steam lever does the same thing. So luckily my cabinets are about 18 inches from the back wall to the front, and this steam lever protrudes out. So this is actually the highest point right there for this machine. Let's see. Clears it. Clears the handle. Oh, can't see it. Clears the handle. So we're good there. I can push this back further if I wanted to. Now, the other thing that I'm a little sad about is my little, as I like to call them, tinto cups, where you just have a little bit of coffee and some water, like a small Americano. These are about 4-ounce size, and I'm wondering if they're going to be able to fit underneath the counters, because this machine is a lot taller than the Ascaso Duo, the Duo Plus, the Duo V2, V3, all those machines. So it's a lot taller for the most part, but I could still fit cups under. Let's see if I can fit cups underneath this one. Can slide it all the way back. So you might be able to get like a 4-ounce cup underneath, turn them either way you want, and it just clears the bottom of the cabinets. So that works. Let's see if an espresso cup works. Obviously it will because it's smaller. Let's see if another tinto cup works. Doesn't work. This one does not fit underneath. Turn it around. Kind of fits, but you have to sort of bend it, and it's not even worth it. All right, so this is a very raw video, which I think gives you guys the most realistic view into setting up this dream coffee setup. Honestly, I mean, this is a dream coffee setup. Got this. Needed a new one because y'all saw my last one. I mean, I don't even know where it is now. So excited for the new stuff. I kind of trashed the old stuff. A nice microfiber cloth. So this looks like it's about 18 inches, maybe 12 inches. 12 by 12 or something like that. Keep everything clean. Buff down the machine. All right, so Barista Basics tamping mat. See how we open this guy from the side. So my last tamping mat was part of the Eureka Mignon holder. So it pretty much was a mat that you would set the Eureka Mignon on top of, and then you would essentially just put your tamper there, put your portafilter holder there, and a couple of other accessories like a brush and things like that. But the reason why I wanted one like this is because I need a little bit more space up here when I'm like tamping or shaking my espresso grounds, and I just kind of want to keep these looking nice. So this is luckily going to be over here. So take the grounds off, and I might just right here tamp, kind of use this as my little workstation. All right, so there's a couple of other things in here, like packaging, and this is so much better for me, at least, than this little one. I mean, this is the one you get with the Eureka Mignon XL, and it's fine, does its thing, you know, brushes quickly, but sometimes there's some grinds that are just super hard to get out, or they're old, or they're stale, which those are the same thing, but they're oily and they kind of like clog up your grinder. So having something like this that's a lot more rugged, it's gonna help get out those pesky grinds. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. This just looks so heavenly. That's really, really nice. That is, oh, there's markers on the inside. That's awesome. I mean, this is just a perfect picture. That just looks so heavenly. Okay, now that everything is pretty much almost set up, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean my workstation and make my first drink, which I'm super, super thrilled about. Actually, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to tell you guys about the accessories that come with the Ascaso Baby Tea Plus. So if you get the regular Ascaso Baby Tea and one of the other variants, I think it's like called the Ascaso Baby Zero or something of that nature, you're not gonna get these accessories, and some of the features in this machine is gonna be pared down as well. So the Baby Tea Plus, if you're able, is a machine to get because it comes with that bottomless portafilter, which I'll show you right now, which is normally an additional accessory you need to buy. So walnut handle, and that's heavy. Looks like a 21 gram basket. Professional precision filter. Nice, bottomless portafilter. When I bought mine for the Ascaso Duo, it was like $150 to almost $200. And on top of that price of that machine, you're ending up like $2,000 at the end of the day. So here's the, wow, single spouted portafilter. I have never in my life seen a single spouted portafilter, but that is very interesting because whenever I want to make a smaller drink, like a cortado or something for my family, like a tinto, I can literally, instead of splitting 2 coffees, I can just make one and use this single spout in a smaller basket. Oh my goodness. There's 3 portafilters in here and the double portafilter. Wow. And this must be a 14 gram basket. Descaler for the machine. I am not plumbing in. I will be using pure filtered water. I don't know what pure water is, but I will be using filtered water, and I'm just gonna clean my machine at its normal maintenance cycle. So this looks like a brush for the group head. Yep. Plumbing kit. Plumb in. Oh wow. A stainless steel tamper. That's nice. This is the 18-gram basket. This looks like an IMS basket. Oh, blind basket. All right, so what I absolutely love about the Ascaso Baby T is that even though this is a professional, pretty much commercial machine, you do not need to plumb it in. You can just pull out the pitcher and go fill up the water. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill this water up and get started with that first use. Now I will say this is the exact same size pitcher as my Ascaso Duo, yet this is a much larger machine. And I'm gonna talk about this more in my official video for this, but I wish it was a little bit bigger so you don't have to constantly refill it depending on how many drinks you're making for your friends and fam. Like for me, I make probably 6 to 8 drinks whenever I have some family members over. So let's go ahead and just put this in. But I will say that it feels like it slides in a lot. What in the world? That is so cool. It naturally recognized, look at that I put the water back in. And it's automatically cleaning or filtering or draining or whatever. So that was incredibly cool. So I did not know that this machine, as soon as you put the pitcher in, would recognize the pitcher. So the Ascaso Duo, I mean, you could run out of water in the middle of your espresso pool and be like, oh, gotta redo that one. Or you would just drink it and, you know, do something with it. But this machine literally recognizes when you put the water pitcher in or when you take it out, I'm sure. So I wonder if that's what that blinking was for. Let's find out. It's not blinking. We're gonna take this out. Voila, it recognizes that the water is not pushed in. So let's do that. So I'm gonna confirm this, but I do think that essentially when you put the pitcher in, it fills a boiler up for the first time and it constantly keeps it filled. So that's probably what it was doing, but I am just very impressed with the fact that it recognizes when the pitcher is in or not. All right, so now we're gonna turn this on. Wow, that is absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I just want to recap real quick all the accessories that you get with the Ascaso Baby T Plus. So remember, this is a Plus variant, okay? Means you get plus some accessories. So, and plus some other features too, but you get the double spouted portafilter, okay? With a 14-gram professional competition filter, the single spouted portafilter, the bottomless portafilter, which remember, this is an additional accessory for a lot of the Ascaso machines out there. A 21-gram precision basket, 7 grams, but who drinks 7 grams of coffee? 18-gram basket. And then of course the bottomless, or excuse me, bottomless, the blind basket, okay? So lots of baskets just to really do whatever you need to do with this machine. I mean, I don't see anywhere where you'd be lacking. Again, 3 walnut handles, and they match very well with the handle that's on the side of the machine, the steam handle. You also get this group head cleaner. So just, all right. Now that looks pretty official. Let's go ahead and get this in there. Okay. So there is a green gasket. Oh, that's super hot. Green gasket. And this looks like it is drilled incredibly well, laser drilled, and I am very excited to see how water comes out of there. Oh yeah, that's a perfect shower. Amazing. All right, so I didn't mention this, but it was off to the side. I didn't have it in the drawer. But you get this super heavy one-sided tamper from Ascaso. You get this plumbing kit. I'm not gonna be plumbing in my machine, and that's just something that I would really have loved to do. But again, with that recognizing feature of whenever that pitcher is inside of the machine, I don't think that I'm gonna be worried about plumbing in and having a constant access of water, because out of all the drinks that I make, I don't have a problem refilling it. But I do wish that it was a little bit bigger considering the size of the machine. It kind of looks a little funny being, being a little small window in the back right side, but hey, that's what you get. All right, so I'm gonna make a drink in real time. I'm just gonna do a small latte and we're gonna see how this machine performs. All right, so I needed to grab this because y'all know whenever you get a new grinder, you put some beans in it, you gotta dial it in. So let's go ahead and dial this in and we're gonna see how it performs. Shout out to Daddy Got Coffee. I know that he talked about this not coming with a dosing cup. So right now, like prime example, I would love to have a dosing cup right here so that I can just filter directly into or grind directly into a dosing cup for, number one, filtered coffee, which is what this is already set on right now. But number two, like whenever I'm changing out beans and dialing things in, like I don't want to have to put a portafilter under here. I need something like a knockbox or a small cup. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna put that cup right there. And let's just go ahead and undo this, let the beans go in. That's pretty quiet. Dosing, okay. What I wanna do is I wanna adjust this collar to change the closeness of the blades so that it can get more fine as I grind. So let's do that again. Crazy thing is, I can already tell this is gonna get incredibly dirty, super staticky. You can see all of the grinds all around this machine and even on the bottom. So this is first use, all good. Turn it, stop. So I stopped, don't know what happened. Okay, so quick thing, user experience. I know I used to work in tech and kind of do some things around content design and user experience design. As soon as I turned this dial, this entire screen lit up and it was red. So for me, I immediately stopped and the machine stopped as well. And it made me really think that something was going on with this machine. And I stopped and it didn't do anything else, but that is not an error. It looks like it just changes colors as you go through the different settings for the grind. So espresso looks like it's red. I think right before this it was blue. So maybe if you got a mocha pot, it would be blue. So let's confirm our findings. So this is good. All right, we take it off to reset the scale. All right, let's do 2 cups. Yep, change colors as soon as I switch to mocha. So personally, for me, I don't know. I think the color coding is cool, but red is usually associated with error in an issue. So that for me gets a point deduction. All right, see, makes me stop again. So let's do this again. I'm gonna go to this preset setting and let's stop. Goodness, because that is just filling up. So it's a mess right here, y'all. Let's see what the consistency looks like. Consistency looks pretty good. Looks pretty fine and fluffy. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that preset setting, which is there. I am using a dark roll, so I don't want to get super fine, but only the shot will tell us if I need to grind finer or grind looser. All right, so what you'll immediately notice is there's a lot of grinds on the mat, on the machine itself, a lot of static electricity. And if you get the white machine, I mean, you're gonna be cleaning this thing every single day for sure. I mean, if you have OCD like me, then you're gonna wanna clean this after every single use. But if you get the black machine or a darker colored machine, maybe you might not notice it as much. But then again, your machine's just gonna get dirty and dirty and dirty because you're not really seeing the grinds. So this is really cool. I do like the collar and turning it around, but let's go ahead and make that first drink like I said. Let's go ahead and put this portafilter here. Portafilter is weighed, so let's go ahead and $16 grams. So this dual coffee is set at 16 grams. So let's go ahead and tap the sides, kind of drop it a little bit. And I'm gonna use the portafilter, kind of tap it here. That's pretty hard. So I have this tamp, again, like I was telling you. Just gonna drop it in there. Fits the 58mm basket portafilter really well. You'll see that there's a little bit of a ridge in this portafilter, and that allows you to set it flat on the counter on the edge. So you can pretty much just table tamp or, you know, set it flat and then. So let's go ahead. All right, that looks like it's a little less than 18 grams, but we're gonna just see what's up. Got me zeroed out on this scale, and I'm just gonna pretty much start this and stop it until it's at 36 grams or a 1-to-2 ratio. Coming out way too fast. That's not how you want your shot looking. We got some work to do. We got some work to do. Good thing I have this big rag. Can just clean up everything. Got everywhere, even all in here. So, and look, just like new. All right, so I moved to past that second dot for the fineness, and it made it really, really clumpy. So you might need a WDT tool to break that up, or you can just shake it up if you want, because you're gonna tamp it anyway. But yeah, that might be way too fine. So I can just tell you for a fact that is too fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set that back up there, and we're gonna do it again. Turn it to the second dot. Still coming out clumpy. So dialing in, always wasting beans. So it's just part of the process. That's good. That's the Charleston Coffee Roasters Kiowa blend, beans from Mexico, Guatemala, and Colombia. Dark roasted, but slow dark roasted, so it's not an incredibly oily bean like you might find somewhere else out there, but really good bean, really good coffee to really cut with milk, to be honest. So really enjoying this machine. Can't wait to really dial it into my liking. I did notice that the pressure was right around 10 bars, so I think I'm gonna have to adjust that OPV while the shot is brewing as opposed to using a blind basket. But also, man, like That steam, this was steamed probably, let's see, about 8 ounces of milk was steamed in about 15, 20 seconds, maybe even less. And with my Ascaso Duo, it took like 45 seconds, 50 seconds to get it really, really hot and creamy and frothy. So really enjoying the Ascaso Baby T Plus, and can't wait to talk to y'all about it more. So see you on the next one. Barista brother.